This is typical sitcom. It has a super loud laugh track, like every other line of someone speaking, and it's just like I couldn't even hear them talking. It was just laughing. Hey guys, welcome to Netflix Binge Queen, where I binge watch Netflix TV shows and movies so you don't have to. Today we're going to be talking about Netflix's newest sitcom, The Crew. And let me just start off by saying, if you're not a fan of sitcoms, then you're definitely not going to like this one. But if you are just here to figure out if you should binge it or not binge it, you can fast forward to the last minute of the video where I give you my final answer. But let's start with the review of The Crew. Basically, the main gist of this sitcom is it follows a NASCAR pit crew in the South, I believe South Carolina, North Carolina, one of the Carolinas. And it stars Kevin James, and it just follows them on their everyday hijinks and what happens when they have a new boss in town who is the previous owner's daughter. And she's there to shake things up, and of course, all the men there are just not having it. So maybe it's me, and maybe I just don't know a lot about NASCAR culture, or it's not very important to me and I really don't care. It just wasn't working for me. It just wasn't it. It was really super corny. It's typical sitcom fashion. There was an annoying laugh track, and I haven't watched a sitcom in a while, so maybe this is my fault. The last sitcom I watched on Netflix was One Day at a Time. And let me just say, whoever was the mastermind at Netflix that thought it was okay to take One Day at a Time off of Netflix, I just want to talk. Let me know. I just want to talk. But I digress. So this is typical sitcom. It has a super loud laugh track, like every other line of someone speaking, and it's just like I couldn't even hear them talking. It was just laughing. It was laughing half of the time. So as you can tell from this review so far, that I wasn't a fan of the show. It was so corny. I think the dialogue was very forced. Jokes weren't funny. The only thing I liked about it was Kevin James, and I know that's like not a big selling point, but I love Kevin James. I think he's so cute, and I just want to squeeze his little chubby cheeks. I think he's so cute. I love Kevin James. I've loved him since King of Queens. I actually grew up watching that show religiously with my mom, like in real time, not binging it. Like we used to watch it after like work and school every day. So I've always been a fan of him, and I think he's cute. I mean, I think he did a good job playing this character who was also called Kevin. Like, be more unoriginal. I liked his character, and of course he was a protagonist. So he kind of drove the show for me, and that's why I kept watching it. So my only other sort of positive for this show, even though the show was kinda trash, was Paris Baroque's character, and sorry if I'm butchering her name. She's a really cute girl from Alexa and Katie, the show where she had cancer. So I really like her as an actress. Also, I think she's kind of hot. Like, I liked her character in it, even though there wasn't a lot of diversity, and she was one of the few women of color. Actually, maybe one of the only women of color. Come on, Netflix, do better. So if you forwarded to the end of this video just to see if you should binge it or not binge it, my answer for you is don't waste your time. It's a no for me, dog. It was super corny, and I usually like corny stuff. I'm corny myself, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit corny, so I'm into corny stuff, but like this was corny, bad corny, and it was just very, very like predictable and sitcom-y. Ugh. I'm sure there's a season 2 in the works, or maybe they're discussing it, because we did leave off on a little bit of a cliffhanger with Kevin James's character and Beth, who actually is moving with her boyfriend to New York, and he's like kind of crushed. He was like, oh man, I just realized that I liked her even though I was friends with her for like 10 years, but now I want to pursue her now that I can't have her. Typical man. So it left off on a cliffhanger, so there may be a season 2, and I usually would put in my predictions for season 2, but I don't want to watch it, to be quite honest with you. Like, I don't care what happens to them. I don't care about these characters. So if there's a season 2, cool. If not, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets canceled, because it was not it. That was my review of The Crew. You have your answer. I watched it so you don't have to. You're welcome. As all these YouTubers say, like and subscribe if you want. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. And let me know in the comments if you agree with me Or if you actually like the show, and why did you like the show? Maybe I'm missing something and I'm ignorant. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!